Cue. Caution. Kia ora katoa.
What?
Kia ora katoa. Morena, good morning. Just slotting back into England English. And there's a greeting of Māori for you. Welcome back to sunny England, where we are now escaping the beautiful tropical oasis and swapping it for an island in Spain because coronavirus has hit hard and it's hit heavy and everyone's panicking, and all of the races in Italy were cancelled for March, which meant that Tirreno Adriatico, which was Alex's first race, was no longer on. So Senor's off to a training camp.
But we are.
Senor's bringing Senorita. So yeah, we've been back in the UK for a week, and as always, inevitably in the UK, it is mad.
I think it's particularly busy because we've been away for so long, so there's a lot to do.
So we've been away for 5 months.
I seem to have been spending as much time in a wind tunnel as I do on a bicycle. Well, I'm in a wind tunnel on a bicycle, generally not in a wind tunnel without a bicycle.
So this comes a little bit delayed, but here we are.
Off to Lanzarote.
Off to Lanzarote.
I like it. Tenerife, and they haven't really done Tenerife. Gran Canaria, I went there and it was all uphill, which doesn't make much sense because start and finish in the same place, but you spend more time riding uphill than you do downhill. So Gran Canaria was I didn't like it. I like Lanzarote, you got everything. There is a 25-minute climb, there is a lot of 15-minute climbs, and there's flat roads. So
Lots of cyclists.
lots of triathletes. I just don't get the fascination with Mallorca. I really don't. It's cold in the winter, possibly rain, wet roads. So what, like, if you drop an hour and a half further south on the plane, so 4 hours instead of like 2.5, you have 25 degrees in the height of winter. Why would you want to go to somewhere where you have to put leg warmers on when you could go somewhere where you just put a shorts and a jersey on every day? So
I'm looking forward to all of the triathletes because I don't wear socks, so I feel like these are my people.
Just by the Hampton Hotel,
tour.
you will find
It's like a really shitty hop on, hop off tour. Hop on at the car park, hop off at the airport.
Very pleasant trip.
If you can hear me,
Remember to take all your luggage
this
with
guy's
you.
still going. I just wanted to quickly give you an introduction to Hangry Alex, and Alex that needs to use the bathroom. He's a bag of laughs.
Life doesn't get worse than it is right now.
Life's hard for him at the moment.
And bloody hungry.
I heard you're on the business class.
Seat 1A.
Business class version of EasyJet.
Baller spec right there.
After complaining about hunger for the last 2 hours, the Senor is finally fed. So one of my favourite pastimes is booking rental cars because obviously our car choices differ significantly, and somewhere like this I can book a car for £10 a day or less, and it's always potluck to see what we get. Bay number 63.
Yes, there are no numbers. Not one of these car park spaces has a number.
We found it. Ah, that's alright. Little foot of bike.
Chanel just recording at any given moment.
Do you want to see my ingenuity over this side?
No, I'm talking now. Well, that's not closed though.
And there we have it. This is home for the next week, where the daunting task of unpacking everything. Alex is just Googling if we're able to drink the water here. No, we're not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
So it'll be interesting to talk you through our quick shot. So when you turn up somewhere and there's nothing, this is the first stop. So this won't last all week, but it'll last a while. Mornings will be combination of oats, and I make bircher, so grated apple, oats, rice milk, bit of yogurt fruit, and some walnuts. I like to put orange juice in it, but Alex doesn't, so what a loser. Because this is a intense block of training, big rig getting it done, there's going to be 2 meals a day, which will be more like your pasta. So various...
After breakfast.
But after a ride.
Yeah.
After a ride. So a lot of pasta, a lot of rice. I made some of these before we went, which are dried bananas and dark chocolate oat flapjacks. Recipes on my Instagram if you're interested in that. I can't do a lot of baking here, and obviously cooking from scratch, you have to stick to what's basic because you don't have all your spices and kind of base ingredients, but it's amazing what you can do. I don't eat meat, but we got a chicken for Alex. Is that a good chicken sound?
Something like that.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about our food. I'm going to make some dinner now. Breakfast of Champions, day 1. Sun is shining. Look at that. We're definitely not in Essex any longer. Well, he's done a good job, but this looks like it'll present a problem. Oh, bugger. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, boy. All set? What's on for the first day of training camp here?
4 hours and then gym.
Where are you in the gym?
Just saw a sign for a gym down the road.
Bad bike. Bad. Heard a gunshot, and it wasn't a gunshot.
There's a sidewall. Yeah.
So we're now off to get a tyre.
We also have the problem with the drug testers to sort out. So I have to tell them where I am for an hour every day, and they have to be able to get to me. This complex we're on, you can only get to via one key, which we have. So I have to work that one out. Either that, or what they'll say I have to do is go somewhere for an hour of every day to wait for if they might come. Bearing in mind they come probably 5 or 6 times a year, so the chances of that happening are
Slim. How many times have we tested this year? Twice? 3?
twice so far.
Twice. 4 hours later, now you're heading out.
Yes, at last.
Cool. Alright, bye.
See ya. Bye.
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 What a nice day for a bike ride. First climb of the day. Well, I showed you the food that we buy, but that's probably not actually that helpful because you don't see what we turn the food into. So this potentially looks like a pile of shit, but it really isn't, and it was the easiest thing to make. And if you're like us and you're somewhere where you don't have your usual grocery shop or base ingredients, so like you don't have lots of spices and sort of all those weird ingredients that make things into actual recipes, this could be good for you. This is a fajita, literally a chicken fajita bake. That is a cup of rice, chicken breast, onion, capsicum, and then I mix together a taco seasoning pouch, a fajita mix pouch, with boiling water. Mix that up, pour it over a tin of tomatoes, and there's a little bit of cheese on top of that because I didn't bring any vegan cheese over with me, and I'll pick the chicken out of it. But that for Alex is perfect for when he comes on off-ride. I'm going to make that into a wrap now for the first, because he kind of is he'll have his breakfast and then he'll sit out for 6 hours, and then there'll be he'll get back today and have a full meal. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk about my fajita chicken bake. I hope that maybe you will try it. I'll post the recipe on my Instagram along with anything else I decide to make here. But yeah, it's a good time. I'm going to make myself a burrito now. Ready and waiting for the senor. They just got home. What did you just do? What were your numbers?
5 hours.
At how many?
I wanted to do 6, but I was pretty buckled after. The coach said 90 minutes of zone 3, and he didn't mind how I did it, so I could have done like 10 minutes times 9 or 5 minutes times 18, or 2 times 45, or 3 times 30.
Okay,
or,
cut to the chase.
yeah,
Come on.
1 times 90. So I rode all the way to the bottom of the island, and then rode about 3/4 of the way up the island. It was good. There's like 355 watts, which is my best ever 90 minutes. But you never really do 90 minutes, just like pushing.
So sharing with you what he's going to have when he comes in. The humble sandwich. There's chicken, spinach, bread, and what I call eggy mash. The eggy mash is about 6 boiled eggs mashed up with some mayonnaise, either vegan mayonnaise or aioli, or garlic mayonnaise, and salt and pepper. If we've got parsley, I put that in. So that'll be the immediate meal, and then dinner tonight are kebabs on rice. And I will make a potato, cauliflower and pea curry, so I can chat you through that. You know, life-changing content coming on over here. It's been a really weird couple of days. We don't know if we're coming or going here. By the time this vlog goes up, I'm sure we will have a bit more with what's actually, you know, what our plan is. We don't know if we can go back to Europe. We don't know if we can stay in the UK. We don't really know what we're going to do is the short of it. Lanzarote so far is fine. The weather's starting to turn a little bit here. The only annoying thing is you can't drink the water out of the tap here. Hence the bottled water, which isn't great for plastic consumption. But you kind of got to do what you do. I've rented a bike here, so we're going riding tomorrow. Let me have a look at this bike. Look at it, look at it. The sensor. Just call me Sensei. Usually.
Never used them before.
No.
Turning the wrong way.
It's like time trialing shoes.
Kind of nothing like time trialing shoes.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
We're doing the Tour de Lanzarote today,
We're going to Johnny Bakes and back.
which is the Tour de Lanzarote in my eyes.
Okay, some of it.
And then
I think you need a smaller size on this.
this is a sample.
Yeah, I think you need a smaller size.
Is it big?
It's
I
quite big.
got into this, I was like,
These are aero sleeves, and I think when they do this, they're not overly aero.
I'm more confused about what this is.
That's called a collar. It's a collar.
Yeah, but do you do it up or do you just...
Yeah, it's a zip. Zip it up. Zip it up. Yeah, that's definitely
no.
it's too big for you. That jersey is.
I think this is a men's one. Oh, now it's stuck.
Hold them both. Don't be so like rip shit and bust with it.
Just 2 black steeds out for a ride.
Senza Lombardia. Isn't Lombardia riddled with coronavirus right now? Like, that's one of the worst hit areas.
Is it a good omen or a bad
But
omen?
you've got a Supra stem, and that's a cracking Toyota.
That is. And sensor, I'm a sensei, so that makes sense.
I wouldn't go that far. Don't. Last time you did that. No, I do not.
What's that?
It's the Irish lever.
And here's me asking if there's any Irish in the peloton. And apparently there is.
Yeah.
I could name one, which was Ryan Mullen.
He'll take that as a compliment. It'll go to his head. Eddie Dunbar, Dan Martin, Nicholas Roach. Although Ryan and Dan, they're questionable Irishmen. There's heritage there. Nicholas Roach, he's full-blown Irish, as is Eddie Dunbar. They will literally say top of the morning to you.
My new favourite English learned words are ew, which is apparently a northerner's greeting.
A-up, that was meant to be, but...
What is A-up? A-up.
A-up. A-A-Y, up, O-P.
A-up.
Ask Harry.
Can you get him to send a voice message now about to say, hey up.
Tailwind.
What is the etiquette here? Do I come up to you and say, excuse me sir, would you like to sit on my wheel? Would you like to sit on my slipstream? And then you go, yes, that would be agreeable. And I go, okay.
Nah, generally people just sit on.
That's not polite.
Sorry?
That's not polite.
Yeah, well,
And then what
bike
do
riders,
if
isn't it?
If I say, hello good sir, would you mind if I
Why is everyone good sir? Or
just slid into your behind?
well, that could be misconstrued.
That was the tour de Lanza, which isn't really a tour. I'm not talking to you. Bit cranky. Good morning from Lanzarote, where things have really gone south quite quickly. Yesterday afternoon we heard everything was going into lockdown. This morning all flights are cancelled, we can't book anything, we can't get out, so we've packed up pretty...
EasyJet giving some vague information about rescue flights, which is about as much use as a chocolate fucking fire.
So we are panicking because there is a limited supply of medication we've got for Alex. We do not want to be stuck here for I don't even know how long. You can't leave the house, it's a €3,000 fine if you leave the house. Alex can't train. I've lost my job, so things have really gone downhill very quickly. We're going to go to the airport now and just see if we can get on a flight out. Yeah, it's crazy times. We're living in absolutely uncharted territory at the moment.
No, not me. I'm just like us, look like a sloth, saggy boobs and no makeup.
You don't have saggy boobs. Your boobs are fine. What are you making?
Well, spooning out bircher.
We made a big batch of bircher, and obviously...
The next 3 huge days of training. What a waste. What a waste. Bloody coronavirus. Wasting muesli left, right and centre.
So today, hopefully, we get on a flight home.
Yes.
Deja vu, because we're back here. We went to the airport, and now we're back. And we're back in your riding, because you're not going to be able to ride tomorrow.
No, because hopefully we're going to be on a plane. Because EasyJet suck.
Every single time we book EasyJet, and it's like, we shouldn't book EasyJet because they're EasyJet. But then you look and you're like, oh, they're £100 cheaper than everyone else.
They're £100 cheaper because they have no one working for them. Like, you literally can't speak to a person, not at the airport.
No.
Nothing. BA on every other airline, Jet2, BA.
Everyone.
Every other airline has tried to help us except for the airline that we're booked with. So in the end, we've somehow Alan managed to find 2 seats. Alan Murchison, our good friend Alan, 2 seats in BA.
At the same time, our insurance company was really struggling to find. There are no seats out of the island at the moment because of the lockdown coming tomorrow morning at 8. So we managed to get 2 seats out. When I say we, Alan performance shirt, magnificent beast of a man.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting tight, fingers crossed. So today's the last day you can be out in public. Hence why it's 4 o'clock now. We've been at the airport for I don't know how many hours we were there. Basically since this morning. Alex has set his bike back up and he's going to go for a ride, and I'm going to sit and have an imaginary glass of wine.
There's 2 Corona in the fridge.
I'm going to have a Corona because what a hernia-inducing day.
We did do a doomsday protocol food shop last night, which mostly involved Pringles and chocolate.
Wow, it gets real soft.
Pringles and chocolate.
Anyway, hey look, we're matching in Gracie's. Anyway.
I'm gonna go bike riding.
And I'm gonna sit and wait for the world to fall in. So that's what it feels like at the moment. So
it's just when they start coming back as zombies, that's when we really have to worry.
So we are on the way to the airport and just trying to stay calm and positive that the flight's going ahead.
So our Airbnb guy locked us in.
So the Airbnb guy just locked us in.
For the second time.
So we couldn't get out because it's a compound, so the gate was locked, which is really helpful. Obviously everything here is on lockdown now, so Guardia, see if we can see one, Guardia are driving around with megaphones out the window basically talking about, we think that's what they're talking about.
There's a lot of cars on the road.
There are a lot of cars for people that are supposed to be in their houses. Just hanging out at the airport.
Yep. Trying not to breathe.
Look over there. Look at this queue right in the distance. Boarding passes, and on the other side of the chaos, it looks like we're on the flight home. PA enforced social distancing. Very empty Gatwick we've come back into. Feeling is quite, I don't know, very anxious. We're happy to be home, but it's we don't know what home we've come back to. So keep safe out there, everyone.